We are living in the most technologically advanced moment in human history. Never before have we had so much information, so much power, and so many tools designed to make life easier, faster, and more efficient. And yet, something feels off. People report being more connected than ever, yet more isolated. More productive, yet more exhausted. More informed, yet more uncertain. This contradiction lies at the heart of what many researchers now call the paradox of progress. The idea is simple, but unsettling. Every major technological gain may be quietly extracting a hidden cost. The first loss appears in attention. Modern technology is optimized not for human well-being, but for engagement. Endless notifications, infinite scrolling, algorithmic feeds, all designed to capture and hold attention for as long as possible. Attention, once a renewable mental resource, has become fragmented. People struggle to focus for long periods. Deep thinking becomes harder. Silence feels uncomfortable. The mind is constantly pulled outward. What we gain in speed, we lose in depth. The second loss is memory. We no longer remember directions, phone numbers, or even basic facts. We salute when a device remembers everything for us. External memory is convenient, but it comes at a cognitive cost. Studies suggest that reliance on digital storage weakens our ability to encode and recall information. Knowledge becomes something we access, not something we internalize. We gain efficiency. We lose mental resilience. The third loss is skill atrophy. Automation removes friction from life. Cars drive themselves. Software writes for us. Algorithms recommend what to watch, read, and even think. But friction is where skill develops. When machines perform tasks for us, our own abilities quietly decay. Navigation skills weaken. Writing becomes templated. Problem-solving becomes outsourced. Progress doesn't just remove effort. It removes practice. The fourth loss is privacy. Every digital convenience leaves a trace. Smart homes listen. Wearables monitor. Platforms collect, analyze, and predict behavior. In exchange for personalization, we surrender intimacy. This data isn't just descriptive. It shapes what we see, what we buy, and how we behave. We gain convenience. We lose autonomy. The fifth loss is human connection. Technology allows constant communication, but not necessarily meaningful interaction. Messages replace conversations, reactions replace emotions. Presence is simulated, not shared. Ironically, the more digitally connected society becomes, the more loneliness increases. Human beings evolve for face-to-face interaction, for nuance, body language, silence. Screens flatten experience. We gain reach. We lose depth. The sixth loss emerges in time perception. Technology compresses time. Everything is instant. Waiting feels unbearable. Boredom becomes intolerable. But boredom once served a purpose. It allowed reflection, creativity, mental recovery. Without it, time blurs. Days feel shorter. Life accelerates, but meaning thins. We gain speed, we lose presence. The seventh and final loss is agency. As algorithms predict behavior more accurately, choice becomes curated. We believe we're deciding freely, but our options are pre-filtered. This isn't coercion, it's subtle influence. The danger isn't that technology controls us, it's that it guides us quietly, while convincing us we are still in control. Together, these 7 losses form a pattern. None of them are dramatic. None of them are immediate, but they accumulate. The paradox of progress is not that technology harms us, it's that it reshapes us, slowly, invisibly, and permanently. And this leads to a deeper question. If technology keeps advancing, but human well-being does not, is progress still progress? In the next part, we go further, because the paradox doesn't stop at individuals. It extends into society, culture, democracy, and even the future of meaning itself. If the paradox of progress only affected individuals, it would already be troubling. But it doesn't stop there. The deeper impact of technology emerges when we zoom out from personal habits to entire societies. Because technology doesn't just change how we live, it changes how we relate, how we govern, and how we define meaning. The first societal shift is the erosion of shared reality. Algorithms personalize information streams. Two people can live in the same city, scroll the same platform, and inhabit completely different versions of reality. Facts fragment, narratives diverge. Consensus dissolves. When everyone sees a different world, agreement becomes rare, and conflict becomes easier. Technology promised global understanding. Instead, it delivered parallel perceptions. The second shift is decision-making without reflection. Automation accelerates choices. Recommendations replace deliberation. Systems decide what is optimal, and humans accept it because it's efficient. But speed isn't wisdom. When decisions happen faster than reflection, responsibility fades. Mistakes feel abstract. Consequences feel distant. We gain optimization. We lose accountability. The third shift is the outsourcing of moral judgment. Algorithms now moderate speech, recommend justice outcomes, prioritize aid, and filter truth. They're efficient, but not ethical. They reflect the values embedded within them, often invisibly. When moral responsibility is encoded into systems, society risks confusing neutrality with objectivity. Technology doesn't elimina bias. It freezes Italiano. The fourth shift is the transformation of work and purpose. Automation replaces tasks, but not meaning. As roles disappear, identity destabilizes. Work was never just income. It was structure, contribution, and belonging. Without thoughtful transition, progress creates efficiency and emptiness. The question isn't whether jobs disappear, it's whether purpose evolves fast enough to replace them. The fifth shift is dependence disguised as empowerment. Smart systems assist, guide, predict, and optimize. They feel empowering, but reliance slowly turns into dependency. When systems fail or manipulate, users lack the skills to compensate. Resilience declines. Progress makes systems stronger and humans weaker. The sixth shift is the illusion of control. Technology gives dashboards, metrics, and analytics. Everything feels measurable, but what can't be measured often matters most. Trust, wisdom, empathy, meaning. When value becomes data-driven, what resists measurement fades from priority. The seventh and final shift is the quiet reshaping of what it means to be human. Attention becomes fragmented. Memory externalized. Identity digitized. Presence mediated. None of this happens violently. It happens conveniently. And that's what makes it powerful. The paradox of progress isn't that technology is evil. It's that it advances faster than our ability to adapt consciously. Technology amplifies intention. Without reflection, it amplifies our blind spots. The future isn't doomed, but it is undecided. Progress without wisdom accelerates imbalance. Progress with awareness becomes evolution. The choice isn't between technology and humanity. It's between unexamined progress and intentional progress. If we fail to ask what we're losing, we won't notice until it's gone. And by then, reversing course may be impossible. If you want to keep questioning the unseen costs behind modern innovation, where science, psychology, and society intersect, subscribe to because the most important questions aren't about what technology can do. They're about what it's quietly doing to us.